In this tutorial, we'll create a clean glow effect in Rive that helps elements stand out on screen using just one layer, one feather effect, and a single animated property. This effect is extremely common in UI interfaces, especially for highlighting buttons and interactive areas and guiding users toward a specific action. So let's get started. In this example, we have a simple button made of a single rectangle layer and a text layer. Our goal here is to create a subtle glow animation that highlights the button, as simple as possible, using just one extra fill layer. Let's start by selecting the background layer of the button. Right now, this rectangle only has one color fill, black, so let's add another color fill to use for the glow effect. We'll set it to solid and change its color to white. Now let's move it down in the hierarchy so it sits underneath the black color layer. This gives us two color layers in total. The top layer is black, and the bottom layer is our glow layer. Let's also set it to 50% opacity to keep the glow very subtle. Now, to actually create the glow effect, we'll enable the feather effect. Feather adds a soft spread around the shape, similar to a gentle drop shadow, which makes it perfect for creating subtle glow effects. So let's enable it and confirm the action. We can already see a very subtle glow forming around the button. That's because we reduced the layer's opacity to 50%. Now let's open the fill color settings and take a look at the feather properties. One of the key properties here is amount, which controls how subtle or how strong the spread effect appears. And right now, it's set to 12 pixels. If we set it to 0, the effect disappears completely. And if we push it all the way to 100, the spread becomes extremely exaggerated. We'll use this property and animate it to create our glow effect. So let's bring it back down to its original value, which is 12. Now it's time to animate this and turn it into a glowing effect. So let's switch to animate mode. This is where we'll create our animation. So first, select the default timeline and rename it to glow effect. In this timeline, we'll animate the amount over time, increasing and decreasing it in a loop to create the glow effect. So let's select the rectangle layer and open the glow color settings. Now we'll add a keyframe to the amount property. The idea is to start very subtle, increase the glow, and then bring it back down to create a smooth loop. So let's start very subtle, with just 5 pixels. As you can see, the glow effect is barely visible. Let's jump to the middle of the timeline to frame 30. Select the layer again and increase the amount to 30 pixels. Now the glow is much more noticeable. These are just the values I chose for this example. You can always adjust the glow color, the amount, and the intensity to fit your design. To close the loop, let's copy the first keyframe and place it at the end of the timeline. Now, if we scrub through the timeline, you can see that we've created a glow effect. Let's preview the animation. Right now, this gives us a one-time glow effect. What we actually want is for it to repeat, so let's turn it into a loop. Now let's play it again. Great! We now have a looping glow effect. Right now it feels a bit fast, so we can easily slow the animation down by adjusting the playback speed. Just open the timeline settings and set the playback speed to 0.5 to make it run at half speed. Now let's play the animation one last time. Now the glow feels much smoother and more subtle. Great, and that's it. We've seen how to create a glow effect in a very simple way using just one layer with 2 fill colors, a feather effect, and by animating the amount property. This technique can be used in many different ways. For example, in my Rive masterclass course, I use the same glow effect to animate the sun and give it that glowing, radiant look in the sky. If you enjoyed this tutorial and want more content like this, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to master Rive, from the basics all the way to advanced topics, check out my Rive masterclass for designers, where we build a full weather app from scratch in Rive. See you in the next tutorial.